Well, hello folks. We are continuing to do our annual summer garden tour. Probably going to part these videos out. Not sure which part this is. But if you like what you see, go back and please watch those other parts. I have a permaculture garden in the cross timbers of Texas. And if you happen to live in a similar ecosystem, these videos are good so you can see all the guilds that I think work well here. These videos are like a complete inventory of the cultivated areas that I have. So what you're seeing on film here is a garden bed that I used to call the root crop garden bed, and I'm still going to call it that because I don't have a better name, even though I don't think there's any root crops growing in it anymore. But it was designed to grow root crops by having a looser soil because my soil is basically just pure rock. And if you go digging your roots out of pure rock, they break off. So let's get started with this inventory. I'm actually going to start back. I'm not sure where I've included this before in the past, but this mess you see here is a dormant garden bed of wild onion. I want to start there so that way you know there are dormant crops here. There's also dormant garlic, loads of it. In fact, this whole bare spot right here is actually a dormant garlic bed. So we'll start with this. This is what's alive during this time of the year. I pointed this out in all my other garden videos this year. The fuzzy bean, I was able to get it spread everywhere, and it is edible. So I have it growing everywhere. It's a nitrogen fixer. You see there's the pods when they're green, and here's when they start to ripen up a bit. Sunflower and this right here, prairie tea, are ubiquitous on the property, edible, but they're everywhere. So I don't usually mention them. But this bed here, everything's built around wild strawberry, and it's just a big mat. It's spread all the way. You can see it all the way over there. Spread all the way over here along with all the crops I just mentioned. And there is an asparagus that has decided to transplant itself here. We'll get it right there and right here. I don't know if I want to leave it there. I don't know if it's going to be good here, but it might. We'll see. It's an interesting experiment. We'll observe it and see what's going on. Now, I don't really cultivate this, but I want to point it out because I did plant it. More fuzzy bean, but look. It's going up this nice live trellis. Look how high that goes up. Yeah, just tons of beans. Not a scrap of water needs to be spared to keep it alive, and it will still produce. You want it to produce a lot? Give it some water. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to come up the back corner of this property. Or not property, but garden bed. Oh yeah, here, look, see? Right here in the path. Beans everywhere. All right. Yep, see? And we got asparagus lining the outside of this bed here, see? More asparagus. Okay. I want to point that out in case I can't shoot it when I get in the actual bed. Let's go down the front of this garden bed and see what we're dealing with. All right. See the ubiquitous fuzzy bean growing over some chives. Nice thick mat of chives. You can see we have some oregano here. And over the top of that, we have a beautiful little chile pequin. More of that fuzzy bean over the top, growing over the sunflowers as a trellis. Over the top of this chive here, this chive barrier. Down here we have some thyme. Nice big patch of thyme. And just loads of this fuzzy bean. When the pods are small and flexible and green like this, they're rather delicious. In fact, I want to pick that and eat it. The famous disinfectant by blowing on it.
5 minutes later.
All right, so what we have here is a dormant wild onion bed. So I want to point that out. But this time of the year, we have fuzzy bean, like crazy, growing in it with sunflowers. So I can capture that bee. Loving the sunflower, see all the beans. Awesome. All right, now we're going to climb into the bed. We have some, I believe this is a sweet potato growing up in here in the shade next to a quince tree. More of that prairie tea, which is growing everywhere. I may have mentioned that in some past videos. I'm not sure if I mentioned this one yet. Yeah, see, we got that potato, fuzzy bean like crazy, and sunflower. Don't really see much else down in there. Yeah, see, we have this stuff it even grows in the path, the prairie tea. Got a Turk's cap, which is edible. That's real nice. Let's see here. We'll do the outside edge first. See if we don't miss anything. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nope. Let's go walking inside this thing. Let's see what we can find here. I did plant some greens and amaranth. I think the amaranth bit the dust. There's some wildflowers in here. A big patch of prairie tea with the fuzzy bean. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, some domesticated onion, still surviving. Yep. Everything else I've already named. You can see all the prairie tea, fuzzy bean stuff growing everywhere, but I'm not going to mention it again. I'm looking for stuff that I haven't really named off. Let's see here. We got one Georgia collard surviving here. One there. That's good. Let's see if we have any more. Oh, look at the basil. It seems to like it here. And that patch of oregano right here, it died off here. It was, even though it's growing well over there, it's starting to grow back here nicely. There's that chili pequin I pointed out on the outside of the garden bed. All right. Oh, look. Another Georgia collard just barely holding on for dear life. If they live until the fall, they'll start producing really well without any supplemental water. We have another basil. Basil this year doing quite well. And we have the fuzzy bean growing up that asparagus I showed you on the outside of the garden bed. Here's something we planted this year. Another chili pequin, which seems to really like it there. It's a very dry garden bed. We got the asparagus to replant itself over here. We'll see how that goes. Maybe this will become an asparagus dominant bed. We'll see. And we have another one of those collards, those Georgia collards down there. And other than the prairie tea and sunflower and bean, the only other thing back here in this garden bed to mention is the rosemary that we planted here. That'll be a nice big bush, nice big shrub to get here, garden from some of that north wind. Okay. All right, that finishes what used to be called the root crop garden bed. Oh wait, here, look. Oh, look at that.